Oh, what's up, supporters? So, I'm on my Sony camera, so I'm sorry if it's subpar video, whatever. Anyway, I finished up the Velar, and that was the first Range Rover Jaguar, same company, that I had done. And much like BMW, it was something that I had to ask for about 2 years before I could get. And even with the Land Rover stuff, it was like, okay, we're just going to give you this as a trial, and we're only going to give it to you for 3 days, and you can only put 500 miles on, which I went over. And honestly, I don't care because of how much time I spent doing it. And much like a lot of these expensive cars, namely SUVs, they get to a point where it's like, what's the point? And when I got into the Velar, it felt to me, you had to look beneath the surface, but it legitimately, if you covered up the badge and you kind of put a CX-9, like signature CX-9, like even the doors look the same, the plastics, some of the way that they do their stitching and leather. It's a lot of the Range Rover, Land Rover big surprise is just status. That's why a lot of people buy them, because they have the money to, and it's kind of like that premium brand. I'm entitled because I have the money. I'm going to buy it. I don't think it's the best product out there, especially if you just need an SUV to cruise around. There's plenty of other options that are probably like, you know, half the price, let's be real, that are going to give you a lot of what that gives you for basically, and probably a lot better reliability. It's just strange to me, all the off-road stuff that they package in there. I feel like they could save a lot of money by just making a mainstream SUV that's really high quality without all the shit. And that, I don't know, whatever. It's not going to change what people are going to buy anyway. So I really spent a lot of time with it, and I didn't really love it, but, it's an SUV. So, like, when I got into the GTI this week, it was like, oh my God, it's so nice to get into a car that's manual transmission, that's not loaded full of a bunch of crap, and it's enjoyable. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now, is the GTI. And I do have some problems with it, like not mechanical or anything that's real. Nothing's wrong with the car, but I have some problems with it the more that I've driven it. But it's still really good. It's better than I remember it being. But it should be an interesting video. I think it's going to be a little bit sloppy. Well, anyway, so I'm doing the music on the VW right now, and I have a lot of tracks, and I'm having a hard time with this because, again, music for me is a pain in the ass. Trying to splice it all together, and it's just very time consuming. So I've wasted about 3 hours that I could have been editing, and obviously I posted up the video for the intro already. So this is kind of like the follow up to the musical part, and I got to do that video part after.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a little short, but I don't know. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to combine all of the... I'm trying to get rid of the exterior segment and just building the exterior part into the intros, because I'm tired of talking about the exterior. There's nothing to talk about with it. It's, you're going to like it or you're not. If there's some like technical feature on it, then I'll talk about it in the shop. So that's saving me some time in shooting. So that's kind of what that is. That's why I've changed the format. So the next thing is the next video after the GTI is the Stinger, and that's what a lot of people have wanted to see for a while. I don't know why it's taken me so long to do that or get it. The Stinger and the Camry, I still can't get the Accord. Again, I'm having problems with Honda. I don't know what's up with them. I just don't care at this point. I really don't. I know people want to see an Accord video, but I'm tired of fighting with them over shit. Something stupid as that. So Ken dropped off the Trackhawk today, the Tri Industries car or SUV, and this thing it's a Jeep, of course, but it's pretty badass, honestly, especially in the red. And yeah, you look at the inside and all that, and it's still kind of Chrysler. But, you look at the Velar, and that's a really good example of a vehicle that's 90 grand almost, and you get a lot of fluff and a lot of bullshit, and you don't have a lot of fun driving it. And this is, 90 plus grand, and I guess you don't have the prestige. Well, you don't have the prestige, but at least you're going to have fun driving it. And I think that's what's interesting about this type of vehicle. And I look forward to really doing a good video on this thing. There's a lot of fun to be had with it. And then next week, this is going to take some time to do this, but I'll post up clips as I'm working on it on Patreon. And the next car, Friday, if weather's good, I need 4 days to do it, is I'm picking up the 570, the McLaren, to do video on that. So what I'll do, probably at the same time, is when I have them both, I'll do some type of live stream on Patreon. So, you can do Q&A and all that crap. I don't know how many people are really going to watch it, but I'll make it available even if nobody's watching it, so people can view it later. But I'll post an update on that. Yeah, but that's about it for all this stuff, and I'm going to get back to editing. See you later.